Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am continuing with the formation of partial differential equation. In the last class, we discussed how to eliminate arbitrary constants in order to form a partial differential equation. Today, I am going to discuss with you the formation of partial differential equation by eliminating arbitrary function. Look at the first question. Elimination of arbitrary function. The first question, form a PDE by eliminating the arbitrary function f from the equation z is equal to x plus y plus xy. See, the question is x plus y plus xy. Here you can see the function fxy. This f we want to eliminate. So what is the technique? You start with the given relation z is equal to x plus y plus f of xy. Okay. We know small p. What is small p? It is dou z by dou x. The first order partial derivative. That is 1 plus y whose derivative is 0 and f of xy whose derivative is f dash of xy. Then xy whose derivative with respect to x. What is it? Xy whose derivative with respect to x is y. And put this as equation number 1. Now again, the relation said you differentiate with respect to y. So dou z by dou y, we know that is q, right? Which is equal to x, that is 0, y derivative is 1 plus f whose derivative is f dash. Again xy whose derivative is with respect to y, so that is x, and put it as equation number 2. Now you observe 1 and 2. Okay, here we have y into f dash, here we have x into f dash. And when we are multiplying the first equation by x throughout by x, here we will get the second term as xy into f dash of xy, right? Similarly, if you are multiplying equation 2 by y, this term will be y into x, that means xy into f dash. Okay, so these two terms remains, or these two terms are equal. Okay, so what I am doing is multiplying equation 1 by x and equation 2 by y throughout. So x into p, xp, x into 1, x, and this is xy into f dash, and this is equation number 3. Again, equation 2 I am multiplying throughout by y. So it is yq equal to y plus xy f dash of xy. Now you consider these two terms. These two terms are equal. So when you are subtracting equation 3 or equation 3 minus 4, if you are doing, these two terms get cancelled. Okay. So xp, equation 3 minus equation 4 gives xp minus yq equal to x minus y, and these two terms get cancelled. Now see the final answer. xp minus yq equal to x minus y, and this is independent of the arbitrary function. It contains p and q, that means first order partial derivative. So this is the required partial differential equation by eliminating the arbitrary function f. Okay. Now look at the second question. Z is equal to y square plus 2f of 1 by x plus log y. F of 1 by x plus log y. So f is the function, this we want to eliminate. Okay, so the first step is finding p, small p, that is dou z by dou x equal to, you differentiate this equation with respect to x. So this is 0 to f of something whose derivative is f dash of something. See, f dash of something into derivative of that something. Okay, by chain rule. So derivative of the something, so 1 by x plus log y whose derivative with respect to x. So we should consider only 1 by x, right? Whose derivative is 1 by x, we know whose derivative. What is it? It is minus 1 by x square. and log y derivative with respect to y is, with respect to x is 0, and with respect to y it is other than 0. Okay, so here we are finding with respect to x. So it is 2f dash of 1 by x plus log y into minus 1 by x square. So on simplifying, see this x square can be taken to this side. So and minus also I considered. So minus px square is equal to 2f dash of 1 by x plus log y, and put it as equation 1. And similarly, the given equation is differentiated with respect to y, and we know dou z by dou y is denoted by small q. In this case, what will be the first term? Y square, derivative is 2y plus 2f of something, derivative 2f dash of something, 2f dash of something. Something means the term inside the bracket, I simply call it as something. Okay, so f whose derivative is f dash. Now f dash of something. Again something whose derivative. What is the something here? 1 by x plus log y. Whose derivative with respect to y? Okay, 1 by x is derivative is 0. And log y, whose derivative with respect to y. So just imagine if it is log x, what will be the derivative? It is 1 by x, right? So similarly, log y derivative is 1 by y. Okay, is it clear? Now you simplify. 2y can be taken to this side. Okay, 2y, when you are taking 2y to this side, it is q minus 2y equal to 2f dash of 1 by x plus log y divided by y. And this y also can be again taken to this side. So it is y into q minus 2y is equal to 2f dash of 1 by x plus log y, and you put this as equation 2. Now look at these two equations. Equation 1 and 2. If you are checking these two, the RHS are equal. Okay, since RH is equal, you can equate the corresponding LHS. So, on equating 1 and 2, 1 equal to 2 implies minus px square is equal to y into q minus 2y. Now, just simplification. So, minus px square is equal to yq minus 2y square. And take minus px square to this side and minus 2y square to the other side. So, we will get px square plus qy is equal to 2y square, and this is independent of the arbitrary function and containing first order partial derivatives p and q. Therefore, this is the final answer. And you can observe one thing. If the given question contains only one arbitrary function, what would be the required partial differential equation? The PDE will be a first order partial differential equation. That means it contains only small p and small q. So this is the final answer. Now the third problem. Z is equal to f of xy by z. The question is, you form a PDE by eliminating the arbitrary function. How to eliminate this arbitrary function f? So the usual technique, start with p. P means dou z by dou x. So with respect to this equation, differentiating with respect to x gives f dash of xy by z. See, this is of the form f of something, right? So when we are differentiating, this will be the next derivative, f of whose next derivative. That means f dash. So f of something, derivative f dash of something, into the something also you have to consider. Okay, so f of xy by z, derivative of f dash of xy by z, then xy by z whose derivative is I wrote here. Okay, xy by z whose derivative with respect to x, how do you find? This is quotient, right? Remember, z contains both x and y, and so denominator contains x and numerator is also a function of x. So surely we want to apply here the quotient rule. So denominator z into derivative of numerator with respect to x. So xy whose derivative with respect to x, that is y, minus numerator into xy into derivative of denominator with respect to x is z with respect to x, that is p whole divided by denominator the square, so z square. Okay, is this step clear? Okay, by applying quotient rule. Now simplify. Z square I multiplied here, okay, multiplied here z square, so p z square, and I considered this to the denominator, so p z square divided by y z minus xyp. That is equal to f dash of xy by z, put it as equation 1. And similarly, we are differentiating z with respect to y, that is denoted by q, dou z by dou y, that is equal to, again you consider f of something derivative, f dash of something. Okay, so f dash of xy by z, then derivative of that something, xy by z whose derivative with respect to y by quotient rule. So denominator z into derivative of numerator with respect to y, that is x, minus numerator into derivative of denominator with respect to y. So dou z by dou y, that is q divided by denominator square, z square. Now do simplification, z square multiply here, so q z square divided by this here. So x is z minus xyq equal to f dash of xy by z, put it as equation 2. Now you just see these two equations, 1 and 2 RHS are equal, hence we can equate the corresponding LHS. So pz square divided by yz minus xyp equal to qz square divided by xz minus xyq. So you cancel few terms and do simplification, and finally we will get px minus qy equal to 0. Okay, so this is the final answer. Now another important problem I want to discuss with you is form a PDE by eliminating the arbitrary constants of z is equal to f of x plus 80 plus g of x minus 80. So what's the difference between the previous question and this one? See, in the previous question there was one arbitrary constant, but in this question there are two arbitrary functions, not constants, arbitrary functions, f and g. Okay, so our aim is to eliminate this f and g. So since there are two arbitrary functions, we have to take second order partial derivatives. Okay, so the solution is dou z by dou x. You differentiate first Ez with respect to x. So this is f of something. See, I told you earlier, f of something derivative, f dash of something into derivative of something also we should consider. But x plus 80 whose derivative with respect to x is 1. So into 1 actually. Okay. So g of x minus 80, g of something. G of something, what is the derivative? G dash of something into something whose derivative. So g dash of x minus 80 into x minus 80 whose derivative with respect to x is 1. So in total, dou z by dou x is f dash x plus 80 plus g dash of x minus 80. Now you take the next derivative, second derivative. So dou square z by dou x square. Again similarly you differentiate. F dash of something derivative is f double dash of something. Okay. Plus g dash of something derivative g double dash of something. Okay. Derivative of something is 1 here. Okay, in this case. And this equation can be taken as equation number 1. Now again the question is differentiated with respect to t. There is no y, isn't it? The variables are x and t. So here we are differentiating with respect to t. Dou z by dou t. That is equal to, similarly you consider f of something. It is f dash of something. Then something whose derivative with respect to t. Here that is not 1, isn't it? X plus 80 whose derivative with respect to t is a, plus g of x minus 80 with respect to t. It is g dash of x minus 80, then x minus 80 whose derivative with respect to t. It is minus a. Is it clear? Okay. Again we are differentiating with respect to t. So we will get second order partial derivative, second order derivative. dou square z by dou t square, that is equal to a into f dash. Already we have. One more time when you are differentiating, it f dash becomes f double dash. Again one more into a we have. So a into a, it is a square f double dash of x plus at plus g dash whose derivative is g double dash. Already into minus a we have, one more time into minus a. So a into a square, and altogether the sign is plus. So a square g double dash x minus at, put it as equation 3. Now you observe equation 2. Equation, this is 1 and this is equation 2. Okay. Now you observe this equation. When you are dividing the whole equation throughout by a square, what will be the RHS? See, if I am dividing throughout by a square, it becomes f double dash of x plus at. This is g double dash of x minus at. And look at this. In equation 1, the same expression, f double dash of x plus at plus g double dash of x minus at. We will get both these sides will be the same, isn't it? So, in the next step, what I am doing is dividing equation 2 throughout by a square. Equation 2, here equation 2, I am dividing throughout by a square. So 1 by a square, dou square z by dou t square is equal to f double dash x plus at plus g double dash x minus at. You can put it as equation number 3. Equation 3. Okay, equation 3. Now you consider this equation and equation 3. So equation 1 minus 3. Equation 1 minus 3. Dou square z by dou x square minus 1 by a square dou square z by dou t square is equal to, what will be the RHS of equation 1 and equation 3? F double dash x plus at minus f double dash x plus at. These two terms get cancelled. Similarly, g double dash x minus at, g double dash x minus at, this also get cancelled. Everything vanishes, RHS. So RHS will be 0. And from this, what we have? Dou square z by dou x square is equal to 1 by a square into dou square z by dou t square. So this is independent of the arbitrary function, so which is the required partial differential equation. So in this PDE, it is clear. If you are given an equation involving two arbitrary functions, the required partial differential equation will be a second order PDE. If it contains only one arbitrary function, the required PDE will be a first order PDE. Here, since the question contains two arbitrary functions, the required PDE is a second order PDE. Okay, so I hope you all understood what I discussed today. Thank you very much.